Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, Dimitris?
Fine, thanks. And you?
Fine.
Nice.
We're ready to this second webinar.
Yeah, sure.
And Alessia, Alessia is busy now.
Can you hear me?
Yes, now yes.
Hi, good morning. Nice to meet you.
Hello, nice to meet you. We will be waiting like 2 minutes more for the people to connect. In
Yes.
any case, they were few attendees registered, so in any case, we will record the webinar. So it will remain in our YouTube channel. So we will run it in any case. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
And will the presentation be available also somewhere?
Yeah, if you send it to me, I
Mhm.
can upload it in afterwards. I will make a
Mhm.
reminder with all the information to all
May you
participants.
maybe copy paste your email in the chat?
Yeah.
Thank you.
we- I'll just stop sharing one moment because I did something I don't know. Okay, I think we can start. Uh, we are missing. We're missing one of the speakers.
Hello.
Yeah, but we can even start. Oh no, Pedro is here. Okay. Hello, welcome, Pedro.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, perfectly fine. Okay, let's start. Well, as I said before, there are few attendees registered in this webinar. I'm so sorry, but in any case, we will record it so the people can access it afterwards. So, hello again. Here we are for the webinar to focus on the topic skills for the green and digital transitions. So we will have four good practices or projects to be showcased here in this webinar. So we will start with the energy transition careers compass from AN. I don't know if I pronounce it well. Then second, we will go for Ergaxia from Theodokos Foundation. After, we will go for Resale from Odisea. And at the end, we will share one of our projects we are running, Green at You, just also to share it with you as well. We didn't submit so these all were submitted in the call for good practices. So this is an opportunity for those who didn't win the position as a finalist or winners have the opportunity to explain their projects because they are really interesting as well. So here we are to do it, and we will do our best to also disseminate it among all our members. Okay, so let's start with the energy transition career compass. I stop sharing and I ask, sorry,
It's me. It's Pedro.
Pedro,
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
changed the speaker. Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
a little bit
No worries.
confused
No
with
worries.
you.
No worries.
So go ahead, just check you can share the screen because,
Not yet. The sharing option is blocked.
okay, because you had to connect with the option of moderator. If not, the option is not available. So one option is you to send it to me and I
Sure.
share it.
I can do it really quick.
Okay. To the email I include in the chat. And it takes a little bit of time to receive it. Pedro, I think in the meantime, we can continue with the other, okay, with Ergaxia from Theodokos Foundation. Alexia, are you ready to start now? No, not ready.
Do you want me to?
Pedro.
Sorry. No. I was just saying, since I haven't received the email yet, do you want to tell me the email? Maybe I can write it.
Okay. I just copy and paste in the
Yeah,
chat, okay?
received. But please move on. Thank you.
Okay, so Alessia, if you are not ready, we can go ahead with Dimitris.
Yes, sure. Yeah.
With
I think,
the
yeah, I think I can
resale.
share. Yes. I think I can share my screen. So I'm gonna try now.
Okay.
Give me a second. Um, can you see my screen now?
It's coming. Yeah, now yes.
Is it full screen? Is it okay?
Full screen is okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you to you.
So, hello everyone. My name is Dimitris Spiliotopoulos. I am a development project manager here in Odysseia. We're based in Athens, Greece, and we also have a youth center in Thessaloniki, which is the second largest city in Greece. Uh, Odysseia is a non-profit organization that mainly targets and supports people, vulnerable young people, people that are not in education or training, the category of needs, basically, people with low incomes, and mainly our beneficiaries for most of our projects are also from a migrant or background. We try to provide vocational and educational training along with employability services in order to help the people that we serve, our beneficiaries, to reach their full potential and to find a better place in society, in their integration to our society. So, as I said, mainly our beneficiaries are NEETs, young university graduates, unemployed, immigrants and refugees. And what I forgot to mention, and you can see it here, is that close to 50% of our population that we serve are women. Uh, so we have an academy space where our courses take place. Here you can see some pictures. I've included them for you. We do tech, construction, Horeca, the vocational educational trainings that we offer. Here you can see the professional kitchen that is a part of our academy space here in Athens, and most of the simulations for our kitchen assistant courses, which is one of the most popular ones, if I can say, take place. We have simulations for plumbing, for electronics, for woodworking and CNC operations. We also have a new European Bauhaus Prize for 2022 for our spaces here in Athens, for our academy space. And this was a brief introduction so you know what we do and who we are. And now I'm gonna move on with the presentation of the resale project, which is a project for reviving the nautical crafts for future generations. The project is basically divided into three main pillars, three activities. First of all, we have the technical training for young people 17 to 25 in three sectors, so woodworking and CNC, charter crew and speedboat, and entrepreneurship. The second pillar is the employability services that we provide to those people after they finish their courses, their technical training. And thirdly, we try to take an innovative action for the environment and for achieving sustainability. The main objectives of the project is to educate and empower vulnerable people, young people aged 17 to 25, as I mentioned. We need to guide them into a career, towards a career that matches their potential, their characteristics, their aspirations. We are trying to equip them with technical skills needed in the jobs that I described before. The project targets the blue economy as well. It has a sustainable aspect to it, and it tries to strengthen not only the education of the young people in sailing, sport, and the environment, but also to strengthen the entrepreneurship in the blue economy sector of Greece. Greece, as you know, is a maritime country, so the need to enrich the blue economy sector is imperative. The key stakeholders who we collaborate with for the project are mainly the Athanasios Laskaridis Charitable Foundation, which is the main donor as well for the project. It was established in 2015, and it serves as a catalyst for important issues concerning Greek and Hellenism in general. It focuses on marine environment, that's why the support to the project as well. And it targets also the support of employment and micro entrepreneurship, which is also tailor-made for the project. We also have collaborated for the project with the Cube Athens, Sail Plus, and Noe. Noe is the yacht club of Greece, where our skipper courses take place. So people go there to train, and we're in close collaboration with them. Also, the Cube Athens has helped participants understand the stages of the whole action, and they are in close collaboration with us in order to achieve all the goals of the project, which are to train and employ the young people in the sector of the blue economy. Um, so, yeah, sure. The target groups of the project are people aged 17 to 25 or 18 to 34. You can describe them as youth in European terms, from vulnerable groups with the aim to integrate them into the economic and social life through employment. So to find them jobs. 10 children from deprived areas near the sea were involved because the project already is running. They were involved in sailing and sport activities that will inspire them later on in their lives. Also, the target groups are the companies that are going to hire the graduates of the project and the local communities of remote island regions where maybe the products of the action will be donated. The program schedule, as you can see here, the project ran from the beginning of 2023 till the end of 2023, and it's going to be renewed as well. So here you can see the phases of the project. I'm not gonna spend much time here, but I've included them in case you wanted to see how we run things, how we divided them, how we divided the project. Here you can see, though, I've included this picture here so that you can understand better, understand how things worked. So we had 20 youth trained in yacht charter staff, 10 youth trained in woodworking, and 10 youth trained in entrepreneurship. All of those participated in manufacturers of 3 optimist sailboats from recycled plastic. So here is the sustainability factor as well. 10 children, as I said before, that were participating in summer camps, sailing summer camps. And finally, we had 20 participants in the final race, or a hackathon, if you'd like to call it, celebrating the event and the end of the project in 2023. Here are the things that I talked about before. So the results and the impact. Mainly we had 140 participants, 90 youth trained, 30 youth connected with the labor market. So 30 youth found a job after the project. 120 kilos of recycled plastic, from which came the creation of the 3 optimist sailing vessels, or boats, if you'd like. Also here I have some impact. It's the impact of the project was the environmental awareness that it raised, the skills development, and the labor market support to the youth, to the main target groups of the project. It entailed job preparation and connection. As I said, 30 of them already found a job. And empowerment of vulnerable social groups, as I mentioned earlier. The sustainable approach is the one that I mentioned earlier about the recycled 120 kilograms of plastic waste and the creation of the vessels. It is also innovative, but also what I wanted to mention in the innovation aspect is that the project provides specialized training in areas and sectors that are overlooked by the traditional, let's say, vocational educational training programs. So it targets also the integration of the blue economy and the modern manufacturing methods in the vet education. So it is a unique experience that prepares also participants for emerging job markets, such as the one that we have here in Greece, because as I told you, Greece is a very maritime based country. The transferability of the project I've included here, and it's mostly about targeting sustainable practices into transferring them in other organizations that can adopt the model that we followed, or maybe even progress it and upgrade it. Why not? And this was about it. I think I've not taken much time. I think I'm on time, and I've not tired you a lot. I am open to questions or anything you'd like to share, Nad. I tried to not to not tire you very much with details, but I can also share my presentation with you if you want to have a better look, and I'm always available to reach me with any further questions or any further collaborations you might need. Thank you.
Thank you, Dimitris. I have some elements. I think there are some very interesting elements in your project, as the action for environment included. So there are a few the alliances you build, very relevant as well, and the continuity, no, the
Yes,
continuity and the adaptation to the context at the end, no. So I like it very much. Okay. Well, let's continue. Well, with the energy transition careers compass. Pedro, I'm going to share the screen. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Let me open it first. To share it in PowerPoint Live. Okay, here you are. So you
Perfect.
indicate me,
Thanks a lot.
please. Mm-hmm.
And congrats to the previous project. I say it was very interesting.
Thank you.
So, hello everyone. My name is Pedro. I work at European Youth Energy Network in a volunteering basis. All of our network works in a volunteering basis, and I'm here today to present to you the Energy Transition Careers Compass, a new online tool or platform, as you prefer to call it, that aims to reach all the youth that can be interested in an energy transition career, and even the ones that are not so much interest for now, but they have some curiosity and might aim to work there. So next slide, please. So very quickly, what is the European Youth Energy Network? So we are what is known as an NGO, and we are based in Brussels. And we have these three main goals. So creating spaces for youth to act, because sometimes we still feel that youth is very underrepresented in most forums. Then connect youth with stakeholders and coordinating efforts. So in this sense, we want to create the biggest number of meetings and informal meetings as well between youth and all the stakeholders that might be interesting and might add value to their careers. And finally, reshaping youth engagement in sustainable energy. We still think it is a very daunting sector. And in that sense, we want to help all the youth all over the world, and more specifically in Europe, bridging that gap. Moving on to the next slide, please. So what is the Energy Transition Careers Compass? This is mainly a digital tool. We launched it very well 1 year ago as a prototype, and we are about to finish its final version. And it is aimed to be a permanent growing platform online that already has mapped more than 100 jobs, skills, and their specific description, especially jobs related to the energy transition. This was made, as I told you, by the European Youth Energy Network, but is being fed by youth constituencies all over the world, since we aim to feed it not only with our research and with contributions from companies and other NGOs, but also as well with the contribution from young professionals all over the world that are already in the energy transition and working in the energy transition and want to share their experience with newcomers to the sector. Moving on to the next slide, please. So very quickly, this is our team. We are a voluntary team of 6 people. We have people outside of Europe, well, originally from outside of Europe, but that are living in Europe right now. So this is very helpful to give us a very good look of what will be the approach, not only for European-based people, but also for people from well, other sides of the world, especially the global south. That is a new target that we also want to reach right now. And feel free to reach out to us through our email that you can see on the right. Moving on, please. So why did we decided to create the Energy Transition Careers Compass? So we realized, especially reading most studies that we can find related to the energy transition, that the renewable energy sector is a very quick growing sector. So it's growing very quickly. And in 2050, there will be more than 40 million jobs globally related to it. So at the same time, we knew that young people do not always feel very comfortable in this sector. I can tell you, as a young professional in the energy transition myself, that even I that look at this sector like every single day, I still have troubles sometimes trying to understand like what's every acronym, what's the new technologies that are appearing every day. So if even for someone that is working in the sector, this can be very daunting. Imagine what can happen with someone that is, I don't know, finishing high school, finishing the university. So in that sense, we want to be kind of a dictionary and at the same time a friend that wants to help young people clarifying their doubts. And again, we aim as well to create a more inclusive sector, mainly because people usually tend to associate renewable energy and the energy transition to mostly engineers. And what we've been trying to do and show is that this is not completely true, because there are all types of professions that can be interesting as well to the sector. And the sector needs a very broad number of people applying from very broad professions as well. So moving on to the next slide, please. What have we been doing so far? So, as I told you, we've been trying to get answers from young professionals all over the world to help us complement the information that we are getting. I think that this is especially important because having direct feedback from someone that recently joined the sector can be very helpful trying to cater all the needs of young professionals trying to enter as well. A quick curiosity is that obviously our main goal is to reach youth, but at the same time we are very open to be a platform as well to people that are already in other sectors, mainly oil and gas sector, for example, and bring them to the energy transition sector and to the renewable energy sector. We created a booklet that we can share lately with the presentation. This booklet, and I will give you a very quick glimpse of what we've the conclusions that we reached so far. So we tried to analyze all the answers that we got from these 200 answers that we've received so far to our survey feedback, and we tried to map how is the professionals from the energy transition spreading across into the entire sector. And at the same time, we've been building strategic partnerships, not only to increase the quality of the information that we make available, but at the same time to make sure that these new partners help us spread our platform. Next slide, please. So these are the results that we've been getting so far in our survey. Obviously, since we are an European-based NGO, we would expect that most of the answers will come from Europe. But at the same time, as I was telling you before, for us, it will be important to understand the needs of the Global South as well. And this representation, especially from Africa, is quite important because they have very specific needs, and we will try to cater all the needs of the different populations all over the world in our platform. Next slide, please. Very quickly, so we try to understand what's the reality across the answers that we got. We do understand that while we maintain the survey open, obviously a bigger number of answers will make the conclusions and the studies that we can take from it more accurate. But still, it's already quite interesting to understand that there is a big disparity between job roles that males usually work on to the roles that females usually work on. So we can see that males have a bigger predominance of business development jobs, as well as operations, engineering. And in contrast, females usually are more related to research and development, policy, and policy jobs. And this was quite interesting to understand how is this distribution being made right now. and what steps should we take in the future to make sure that this is quite balanced and every person in the entire distribution of gender can feel comfortable in applying to all the different opportunities available. Moving on, please. This was a quick video from our platform. I'm not sure if it is working, but if it's not, we can move to the next slide where we took some quick.
Do you see it?
I do, but the video is not
No.
working. But no worries, you can move to the next slide. We took some.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. We took some shots of our platform, as you can see, and to show you how it works. So we work on a tree system based, where we showcase like all the different opportunities available and the main sectors, and then we have this second snapshot where you can see our approach to someone that is entering our website. So we try to do a two-way approach. If you already know the renewable energy sector, we show you upstream, midstream, and downstream that are mainly the biggest categories in the renewable energy sector, where people can choose where they would like to work. But if you are not aware of how the renewable energy sector, that is not a problem. We are mainly focused, as I told you before, in people that are finishing their high school or the university. And in sense, we also make the platform available based on skills. So you can tell our platform, I would prefer to work in project management, on solar technologies or wind technologies, and based on the skills that you identify that you like to prefer to work, we can also suggest you all the job roles available on those sections. And after that, you get to the two final pictures that you can see here on the right, where you get the mapping of the job roles related to the skills or to the sector of the renewable energy that you picked, and you get an accurate description of that job. The skills, not the skills necessary for the job, but the skills recommended, because we realize that people, it's hard to create boxes for skills, because people with different skills than the usual on that specific job can also be very good in the future. So we don't want to create boxes, and this is also an important conclusion to take here. Moving on, please. So very briefly to finish the presentation. So this is a platform created by youth for youth, and we want to keep engaging students and young professionals from all over the world to be able to tackle this problem that is the energy transition and the climate challenges that are available. Again, at the same time, we don't want to be just a normal jobs platform where you can find jobs, but we want to be as comprehensive as possible with a broad approach, since we also think that it's important for newcomers in the sector to be able to realize what's the entire scope of the job they would like to apply to. And finally, we want to be kind of a one-stop shop in terms of skills, in terms of renewable jobs, making sure that young people don't need to check different websites, consult different people. This way they can find all they need in just one platform. Moving on, please. As I was telling you, in terms of transferability, this is a very adaptable platform. With the job mapping, the skills training, and we are trying to make it as user-friendly as possible. We will create different opportunities and be very feedback-based in terms of the development of the platform. At the same time, we want to bring all the stakeholders related to the energy sector to invite them to contribute to our platform, not only receive feedback from our users, the young people, our main target, but as well to bring feedback from other NGOs working in the sector, from companies working in the sector, to understand what will be their needs and to be able to receive feedback as well, especially to get the job roles and descriptions, because we know that for young people it's also important to receive and understand what their future employees would want to receive. And again, through our strategic partnerships, we want to have a global scope, more than the European scope that we have right now, and make sure that this platform is available for youth from all over the world. To finish, the last slides is mainly about the next steps. So as I told you in the beginning, we developed a prototype right now, but we are about to launch the new version. We want to improve the data that is available, make sure that everybody can access it. We want to implement new features. So besides the clarification and education part that we have right now, we want to make sure that young people can create their own personal accounts in our website so that they can save the historic of their searches. We want to make sure that companies can also advertise job opportunities in our website so that people can see not only the job available, its specific description, the skills recommended, and then they can also have some recommended open positions from companies that we partner with. We want to give free trainings as well. The free trainings is quite important. I mean, we don't want to have young people arriving at our website, looking at their dream job, and then realizing that they don't have the skills recommended for that specific job. So what we will want to do in the future is associate free trainings to the skills that we make available in our website, and even help young people finding their future role in the energy transition. If they have many doubts, we will create a questionnaire where they will give input about their specific, let's say, stronger features that they have, and we will recommend them jobs based on that. So we also want to create a global working group to work on energy transition and make sure that our platform is very comprehensive and can reach young people all over the world. And I will now skip to the final slide where we have a QR code. If you are already working in the energy transition, you can help us by answer our very quick survey and help young people from all over the world apply and be more interested in renewable energy careers. Thank you for your time, and if you have any doubts, please feel free to ask.
Okay, thank you, Pedro. I have to say that congratulations as well, because they were one of the finalists in the social labor inclusion category. So congratulations! Is a great job and a great project, and with a lot of options to be transferable and further develop and so on. So there are a lot of options here. If you want to share, well, I will share the PowerPoints. The team will share it, but in any case, we can take this survey and spread a little bit more aid among our members in one of our newsletters. So we will contact you or contact us for this. Okay.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Let's continue with the presentations, and I suggest you to leave the questions until the end. Okay. So take note of your questions of every presentation. So here we go to Ergaxia. Alessia, if you are ready to present it. Alessia, I don't know what happened with her because I see. Okay.
Alessia? Alessia,
Yeah,
what?
Alexia, it's your turn.
It is not me. No, it is not me.
Ah,
I'm
no.
not from redaction. No.
No, sorry. So I'm missing one person here representing
Don't
Ergasia.
worry.
Okay, sorry for the confusion. Okay, so I can continue with our project, Green at You. I'm going to close some things here. Sorry for the confusion. Uh-huh. Okay, here we are. Okay, I'm going to introduce you Green at You project, which is a project, European project, funded by the European Commission. The EC program is the stand of the DG, funded by the DG Employment, and in one of the innovative social innovation calls. So first of all, I wanted to introduce the project consortium because it's well, it has something special here because here in these three partners in Spain, they are representing here a platform from green jobs, and we were included in this platform, no? And after that, and well, in the project, we included such a kind of alliances and collaborations, and we want to like replicate the model of this platform for green jobs in other countries. No, this is a model of cooperation, including the like NGOs focusing on green and sustainability and so on. Another, the academia with the university and a specific group there, and also a representation of the companies, and another entity dealing with training, specific training and employability. No? So we thought, well, they were with this kind of project, they were like finalists in one of our calls. So we started to work with them and started to get the most of this structure of alliance and bring into the project first and to the countries participating. So, and here we are, the rest of the partners, All Digital, which is a platform digital skills. It's a network as well. So I invite you to consult this network, very relevant in digital. Gina, which is an NGO, well, it's a consultancy and a company in Italy, and Next, an NGO in Italy, and Organization Earth, an organization dealing with green, sustainable issues, and so on in Greece. Okay, and we have some other collaborators here, and I will explain it later. This is in Spanish, sorry. I get confused with I'm going to stop sharing. Okay, now here we are, the English version. No? Okay. So the general goal is to increase the employability of the people in some green sectors. We choose well, the methodology at the end. We wanted to incorporate like a social innovation methodology properly in the project. So we started with a need analysis, as usual, but we are like prototyping and well, following the steps of the social innovation. No, at the end we will pilot these training itineraries And another important pillar here in this project is the micro-credentials. So because micro-credential is an option for disadvantaged people just to get a formal education, but split in several time slots, no, or several sessions. So that's why we included here, because we wanted to explore this, no. And well, the objectives is, well, we have several objectives here, but the important thing here is that we wanted to merge and to put together digital skills together with the green skills. So first green skills, but analyzing which of the digital skills can feed the green skills, because they are more or less related somehow, no? And we wanted to explore that in certain subsectors. So we will develop. We are developing, and they are already done. Training, incorporating these digital training digital skills. Sorry, very well related with the itinerary we are offering. No. Well, target groups are these kind of, well, these profiles, but not necessarily. We were really open, and we are working with vulnerable people, following the criteria of vulnerability. If we found one criteria of vulnerability, we can include it in the project. So we are not focusing only migrants or youth or women, but at the end, all people with certain level of vulnerability. So we want the people to get employment in this sector at the end, no? And we select these 4 subsectors: renewable energies, forestry, agriculture, food production, agriculture and food production, and sustainable construction, building, rehabilitation. All partners, all countries select 2 of these subsectors for the employment itinerary and the entrepreneurship itinerary. We are making both together at the same time, no? And that is the people who choose to go for the entrepreneurship itinerary or the employment itinerary. The employment itinerary is here. No. The employment itinerary, as I said before, consists on the technical skills, the employment skills, the digital skills, and also internships in companies. We are trying to make it very complete at the end now, in order to get the people to get unemployment, to let the people get a real employment. And in the entrepreneurship, we are like focusing in the some technical skills the people need to be entrepreneurs in this sector, but also very specific guidance and orientations on how to start a business in that kind of subsector. So we are trying to fine tune a lot the contents. So we end up with this design of intensive itineraries, together with an online platform just to support the e-learning. And well, as I said, we consider skills for employment, digital and green skills, and well, this is more or less what I mentioned before. I'm going to show you the web page, because we have some interesting. I'm going to share the web page, because there are some opportunities for you to participate as well. So here we are, the green, let's see, greenadu.eu, and you can check here if you are an organization and want to collaborate or participate, or if you are an individual and want to participate. No, but these are the subsectors, as I said before. Well, and we are going to in this analysis, that's more or less the same. So we are delivering the training in 5 countries, also in other associated countries. And here, get involved. As I mentioned, the platform of green jobs here in Spain is a very good example of collaboration, and we are getting in and we are collaborating and contributing with several projects. But this model, we want to replicate it in other countries. But we offer other organizations to become a member of these platforms just to build like a little ecosystem there to collaborate and to learn from each other, and after the project try to continue the work here, no, the employer for the employability of the people. So that's one important thing I wanted to highlight, and the other one is are the project outcomes we have so far, and we have well, the analysis of green jobs trends and challenges, skill needs, and good practices for the digitalization of the green economy. As I mentioned, we are trying to mix and to meet digital and green, the twin transition, no? And we are trying to make connections between them. So this analysis try to do that. And well, digitalization of the green economy is contributing also for the sustainability. So it's everything related. This is the first outcome we can offer. The second one is this, as I mentioned before, these kind of platforms in each country. So this is the results of these relationships we have built in all the countries, and we will continue during the project to build these relationships. And after the project, so if you want to become a member of our Green Edu platform, you are very welcome. And this third one is a very interesting point here, and it cost a lot of time to analyze the 3 European frameworks competencies in our project, because we wanted to again analyze these three, the GreenCom, DigiCom, and Entercom, because they were related with the results we wanted to achieve, and we wanted to see how they can help to the development of the project, no, of our contents, training contents at the end, and employability of the people at the end, no, and GreenCom and DigiCom and Entercom were analyzed on the common points, common skills, common competencies, and how they communicate each other, no, and how they build each other. So these are very, very interesting analysis, and we invite you. Here you are in several languages. So I invite you to consult it and see the conclusions, which are really interesting. We extract our own conclusions for our project, but you can extract your own conclusions for your own project, and it's good to take advantage of the work that we have been done in Read for you to use it in your projects and in your future projects. So that's it from Green Edu. It's a pity we don't have the Ergaxia, because we didn't. It's true that we didn't recently receive a confirmation from them, so it's okay. So we can go directly for the questions and answers section for all the people attending. You have the PIR, or questions and answers option. There is no question here, but you can ask any of the participants. I have some questions here as well, and I can start with a question for Dimitris, sorry.
Yes, yes.
I always get confused with your name. Sorry. I wanted to know what were your feelings about the entrepreneurship point in your program, in the resale program or project. What are the results? Are the people willing to be entrepreneurs in the sector, in the C sector or sales sector, or what are your experiences here?
So what I would address as a point for the entrepreneurship sector would be that the project had the final competition between the people that were taking the courses, I mean. So it had a kind of a hackathon, an event that entailed the skills that they already got from the courses and turned them into practice in creating the vessels. So I would say that the entrepreneurial factor was very evident while the hackathon was taking place. So most of them had the aspiration to continue even after the hackathon, after the completion. And the people that already are employed reached out to us again for requests regarding the entrepreneurship projects or possible entrepreneurship projects that we might run. So I think it was very promising, a very promising start for entrepreneurial mindsets to start working on things. And as Odyssia, we've done other hackathons as well for people to develop their own like products. And we've also collaborated with other companies, and we currently run as well another entrepreneurial project with the Visa Foundation. That and we see that there is a high demand from people to start their own, building their own like businesses and enterprises. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the aspiration is there for sure
Mm-hmm.
from the project as well and from other projects that we've run.
So, but it's, due to your project,
Hmm.
some people
Hmm.
started their business or not?
They are in progress of starting it. So two people done completed their courses. They found a job in the sector, within the sector, and then they started working on the side, let's say, to create their own like small enterprises that are affiliated with cabin cruise, with yacht, with sailing, with speedboats and stuff like that, with skipper courses, let's say. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, two of them are trying. I think they are already in progress of doing their own like small enterprises. So yeah, but they are already
Right.
employed within the sector after the project. So they are
Mm-hmm.
doing it on the side. So from what I can anticipate, it needs a bit more effort and time, which they might not have due to their heavy workload already,
Uh-huh.
you know? So
So
they are
they don't.
developing, though. They are, two of them.
Okay. And another question about your
Hmm.
project, the action
Hmm.
for environment, it
Hmm.
consists on what exactly?
Mainly the environmental and sustainable aspect of the project is the fact that we recycled the 120 kilograms of
Uh-huh.
plastic in
Okay.
order to
I saw that.
create, yeah,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
correlation is there because we recycled, and then from those recycled material, we created three vessels. So this is the environmental output and impact of the
yeah.
project.
Yeah. That's I like it very much because
Mm,
it's true that well, in the meantime, we are delivering the training. That some
yes.
practical things with
Hmm.
impact directly in the environment can be
Hmm.
developed, and
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
very
it
good
was a
point.
very unique and innovative aspect of the project to create vessels from recycled plastic, and it's a selling point as well because the environmental output and the impact on the environment is huge from recycled materials to create vessels. So
Yeah,
it works both ways for the
and in
society and for the environment. Yeah.
the entrepreneurship that these two
Hmm.
persons, the two
Hmm.
people wants to
Hmm.
create is related with
It's
with
related with
this.
with skipper courses mainly, which were
Uh-huh.
courses that we delivered through the project as well. So
Uh-huh.
yeah,
Okay, okay.
it's very relatable.
Yeah. Okay, great, fantastic. And in your case, I think that, as I mentioned before, the alliances you have
Mhm.
built, they are really relevant. In your, as you know, in the call for good practices, we value a lot these alliances because it makes the project sustainable
Mhm.
financially as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
No, can you have more options, and in a technical way as well. So you can
Yeah, yeah.
continue working with them. So that's why
Exactly, exactly. We try not to create a project for a year, you know. We try
yeah.
to create the sustainability for it to continue for more years and for like each year to be upgraded based on the feedback of the participants and of our collaborators. So we built a strong relationship with them based on that as well, based on the sustainability of the project and the results as well, because thankfully, the projects that we run have like produced good and reach the expected results that we set before their start.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Yeah, great, fantastic.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very
Mhm.
much.
And okay, do you have any questions, other attendees? I can continue asking more questions I have here for Pedro. Pedro, in your project, I want to highlight the participation of young people, which we insist always in the direct participation in the design and on of all things, and even more when you are developing a tool for them. No? But what was your experience in reaching out these young people for this step of the project? No, did you have any difficulty to reach the people, to let the people just participate, or did you have to explain a lot to let the people get involved or not? So what was your experience? Because the outreach of young people for us is a challenge. So I want to learn from you. We want to learn from you.
So that's a very good question. We basically it was a very iterative process. So we were learning along the way. I do remember that in the beginning, in the origins of the project, we well, these mostly was born from conversations between us and some of our colleagues in university, stating that it is a very scary sector at all moments, and
Mhm,
we every day there's a new acronym. Every day there's a new technology, and they can be very, very scary. I mean, hydrogen now is a big name, but a few years ago, it was very scary. And this happens with technologies every single day. So I do remember that that was the first moment. We then proceeded to try to create this platform, and then our initial approach was trying to make sure that through our experience, just the creators of the platform experience, and through our research, we thought, well, maybe we will be able to do it just by ourselves. We will just research like all the jobs available, their
mhm,
descriptions. Eventually, we can do some interviews that people that are veterans in the sector, and with this, it will be enough to give a very good platform. And we quickly realized that this will not be possible just like this. So what we did was um, try to build partnerships. Try to create that survey that I spoke in my presentation about, to make sure that young professionals from all over the world could contribute. And what we realized is that we in the beginning we were afraid as well. We were like, okay, we will try to launch this, and it will be hard to get inputs quickly. But we realized that there is lots of solidarity among young professionals right now, because they were in the student's position not very long ago. So we thought that they could relate a lot with being in that position, being scared about what will be their future role, what will be their professional life. And in that sense, it was very, very rewarding to see the answers starting to pop up. I think that's our main um, turning point in terms of increasing exponentially the number of answers was when we started building partnerships with other youth constituencies. So we knew that we were strong reaching out people in the well, more technical energy sector, but it was very, very specialized. It's a very specialized sector. And we wanted to have a more broad approach, like getting people from, I don't know, sociology. They are also important to study energy phenomenon. Getting people from finance, getting people from administration. Um, so that we could have like a very broad platform. And in that sense, reaching out to youth constituencies specialized in those areas, it was a very, very big turning point because they have a different reach than the reach that we have. And they were very eager to help. So that solidarity between associations, I think it was very, very important.
It's true that, well, as we said before, alliances help a lot, help a lot.
True. Yeah.
It's a slogan we use for the European Network of Innovation for Inclusion. No, we are better together. We are better together, and it's true, no. And we realize when we ask for, because it's not like the most of the cases is a win-win situation, and I think you have to make evidence that there will be a win-win situation, not in a short period of time, but in a long term, perhaps. No, so it's a question of win-win. And and yesterday in the webinars of yesterday about migrant people, we mentioned that, well, we discussed about the positive messages for the beneficiaries at the end, no, in the just for them to participate. Did you use some of this strategy or not? To
Um,
launch like positive, be part of this or not? I don't know. Some of this positive communication, because we in the yesterday we conclude that this can have a positive impact in the participation as well.
Sure. No, yes, for sure. I mean, I've been mentioning like how daunting the energy sector can be, but I think that this can even be projected for the entire job search experience. I mean, I think that most of the people here in this session can remember a certain point, especially when they were finishing high school, finishing university, where at least I can speak for myself. I was afraid how will be the entering my experience entering the job market. Will it be easy? Will it not be easy? Will I be picked?
Yeah.
Will I not be picked? So this can be again very, very scary as well. And what we realize is that people, by identifying themselves with the problematic that our platform is trying to answer, and again being in solidarity, thinking I would like, and we receive this feedback many times, like I would like to have had these types of platforms, these types of explanations of what was the sector when I was trying to enter the sector. So by receiving this feedback a lot, we do think that the positivity in the message is also very important. Yes, for sure.
Yeah, and in your case, the labor orientation is a need, a constant need in the youth people, no? And we in the past year we have seen a lot of projects on Compass, called Compass, no? We have a finalist or a winner, I don't remember, also about with this name. and about the orientation, no labor orientation. And I think that we try always with a project to cover all the things that are needed from a person in a difficult situation to get employed. And but we don't realize that we can complement each other. For example, we can include you for this part of the or first labor orientation, then driving the participants toward training, and then just for I don't know entrepreneurship or I don't know to job fairs. I don't know. So I mean, I see a lot of complementarities always in the projects, and so it's a good opportunity to consider us each other for future opportunities. Okay, thank you so much. If any other person has any question, if not. If not, I can close the webinar with a few information about the future European Network of Innovation for Inclusion and the new approach what that will be focused on scaling social innovation, because we are like trying to our best to elaborate innovations and innovative things, no, in the sector, in the social sector. And sometimes we realize that other interesting thing can be scale in our organization. No, we are going to focus on how to scale from one to other organization, and we are going to support this. And well, just a brief overview of the network nowadays. We have reached since 2016 545 entities, member entities from 34 countries, which are also from neighborhood countries, as you see in the map. Mm, but we have a lot of presence in Spain, so we are trying to give more representation to other countries as well. But we are very well known in Spain, that's why, no? And yeah, I don't know. So perhaps it's for that. As you can see, the profile of the entities is mostly the third sector, representing the third sector, but we are very, very proud of have also universities, public bodies, municipalities, and other profiles of entities taking part of this and willing to be open to Europe and to collaborate. So we are really happy to have this amount of people here willing to collaborate. Okay, so for the new approach, we are going to focus on social experimentation, as I said before, for scaling innovation. So some of the member entities, all member entities can participate in this listening session. We will launch a challenge in a topic or several ones, and we are going to organize a listening session with you professionals and also beneficiaries just to identify the needs. And then we will find social innovations fitting with these needs, no? And we will make the match. So we will have one entity, for example, in Spain, transferring the social innovation to entities in Europe and vice versa. One social innovation in Europe will fit the needs identified in the listening session in Spain, no? So we are going to match this in this part of the network, no? And are going to support these entities offering the social innovation and receiving the social innovation with some grants, sub-grants that will cover mostly staff costs, and that's the intention, no? To let you have enough time to analyze the social innovation, to put them in your organizations and pilot it. Okay, there will be another activities as this scaling tool, no? Because we want to also to develop new things and things that are working. So we are going to try to systematize this process and help you to and train you on how to do it. No, so we will have the experience of this this social experimentation part of the network. So we will systematize and help you to do it independently. And of course, we will be offering training on the social innovation process. So we will be offering training pills for all members, but at the end, we are going to combine this with networking activities for you to build confidence spaces and for build partnerships in the future, collaborations and so on. So that's the aim of our network. So, as you know, as you participated in the call for good practices, we are now running the study visits, as we call it, study visit and working group. The aim is to know better the, the good practices, the winner, together with the finalist, and together with us, with the network. And we are trying to work on some common projects or common needs. So we are trying to reach out some common project ideas, no? And well, this will be only well, we cover only the travel and subsistence costs of the winner and finalists, but if you want to attend online, there will be opportunities as well for you to attend online some part of the study visit as a minimum, no, at least. So here you are the dates. Next week in Naples, the first week of December in Amberes, Antwerp, in Belgium, with the winners. So if you want to take a part online, just write us to the email of European Network. That will be in the last slide. And well, this is the evaluation of the webinar. I invite you, I ask you to fill it, but here in this evaluation form, you will find the opportunity to connect to us, to connect to other organizations, and we can support you in this connection, no? So feel the good practices you want to connect with, and the what is your intention, and we will try to connect you and follow your collaboration and support you in as much as possible. So here you are, the email of the network, the web page, as you mentioned. So it's a pleasure for us to advance what would be the network for the next years, because we wanted to stop sharing here. We wanted you to take the most of being part of the network and to have a lot of beneficiaries and to cover your needs and expectations. So we hope you enjoy it. So from my side, that's it. Thank you very much for your participation. And well, let's keep in touch. And as I said, we are better together. So let's contribute with each other. And it's good to
Thank you
have
very
these
much.
spaces to know each other and see opportunities and synergies between us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for
Thanks a
the
lot
day.
for
Thank
this
you.
Bye
opportunity.
bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Have
Have
a
a
nice
nice day.
day. Bye.